Yes, you are.
Okay. Have you guys ever heard the quote, good grades plus social life equals no sleep? Or opposite, good grades plus sleep equals no social life? I think this is fairly accurate for a lot of college students these days. I know a lot of people that are working really long hour shifts, and at the same time they wake up every morning to get to class, 7 a.m. or whenever, but they dedicate. So why do this? Maybe because the prize is worth it. Maybe because you're willing to pay for it because you know you'll get something better in return. The quote I received was, if request music, must be willing to pay for the fiddler. When I started off as a freshman here last year, I joined the Alpha Gamma Sigma Service Honor Society. And they're a community service organization here, and they promote scholarship and honors, and I thought this is something I really want to get involved in. So I went to the first meeting and they seemed good. I went to the next couple of meetings, and to be honest, the leadership was incredibly weak. I realized that there was conflict within the board. People did not like each other. They didn't have any events. So it was kind of, we had this title, we had something that we wanted to do with the club as members, but nobody was taking initiative, nobody was taking leadership, and that's something that I really wanted to do this year. So I ran for president, I got it, and this year I'm the president of the Alpha Gamma Sigma Service Honor Society, and it's something I absolutely love doing. It's a lot of hard work. I had to restructure the club, set new standards. We didn't have an example to go off of from previous years, but honestly, it's something I've loved to do. I've been involved in community service since I was a teenager back in high school, so I'm still a teenager, scratch that. But I've been involved in community service, so it's something that I've had a passion to do. And honestly, I've worked with so many amazing people, so many talented and giving individuals that I've loved every part of it. When I got into an accident last year, they held a car wash for me, and honestly, these are some really amazing people, and I'm so happy that I got involved, that I decided to take the initiative and was willing to give up my time to restructure this club. Another thing I wanted to talk about was units. I started off the semester taking 18 units, and the thing is that when I had to cut my last semester short for personal reasons, I was either going to stay here another year or I had to take more units this semester. And honestly, I work and I am involved with the clubs and the organizations, so it was something that I had to add on to my schedule. But you know what? I wanted to transfer. I wanted to do the 2-year plan, and I have extra units, and now I'm down to 15 because my class ended early. But it's something that I'm very happy about. I'm excited to move on, and again, the price is worth it. The last thing I wanted to talk about was work. Right now, I'm a freelance photographer, and this is something where, kind of piggybacking on what Priscilla said, with art, it's difficult. You want to do it, but at the same time, you really want to do college. So I'm trying to set my own schedule, my own availability, and that's working out because it's something that I really want to do. And I'm setting some time apart because I want to listen to the music. I want to play the fiddler. I'm going to sacrifice my time, maybe enjoying this event instead of working. But because art is something that I really love to do, because taking photography is something I love, even though going out to locations and the photo shoots are really long and they can sometimes be exhausting, it's something that I have a passion for and therefore am willing to pay the price for. So again, the quote I chose was, if you want music, be willing to pay the fiddler. Pay for the fiddler. And I think this is extremely applicable to college students. I think that if it's something you love, you make time for it and you sacrifice a lot, even if they say you're young, enjoy your years, you can enjoy them by setting up your future, and you can have a better future that way too.
I like the quote that you started with. I thought you made a nice transition to the topic statement. You've got a very clear point of view. You don't really have a preview of what the content is going to be, but it is well organized. Your first example is the one that has the most detail to it, and I think it becomes more interesting as a consequence. The later two examples are relatively clear, and they illustrate the point very effectively also. They just, I think mostly they suffer a little bit in comparison to the first example because you put so much into that first one. On presentation issues, I think you could project your voice just a little bit more, but it's not that there was a problem. I just think the energy level could be a little bit higher. But there was excellent variety in your tone, and it flows together very smoothly. Your facial expressions, you look animated, you have excellent, well-distributed eye contact with the audience. On two other things, though, it's not that there's anything wrong, just things to do better. You might want to be careful. You've got some repetitive gestures that you do. You keep counting out on your finger. And watch when you watch your video, you'll notice that and it seems like you're always counting on the same finger. So that seems a little bit strange, and it's just a habit. One of those things that you don't know that you're doing that everybody else sees, and when you watch it, you'll see that. It wasn't a big deal, just something to kind of pay attention to. And the other one was your body position. Look, you stand very confidently. I think you look effective while you're speaking to us. You do kind of shift and swivel on your hips to talk to people, and I think that's good. I'm not sure if you're keeping your feet so firmly on the ground because you want to look certain or because you are that's where your anxiety comes out. If I just keep grounded in this particular spot, I'll be okay. Because it seemed to me like that would be another one of those places where if you just step forward occasionally to emphasize a point, you look even more confident. Like I said, it's not that you did anything wrong. It's not that you did something wrong. I'm just saying, what else could you do to add to it? And I think that would have worked very effectively. All right, thank you very much. We have mostly prepared speeches on Tuesday, but I know that there are 2 or 3 of you who need to do the impromptu speeches. Those of you who still need to do impromptu speeches, would you leave your evaluation form with me before you go, please? Have a good weekend.